Hello Ranger Point Precision friends and family, and a special howdy to all you space cowboys. I've recently received a couple of emails about guys that have lost their ejector. It could be called the ejector, ejector spring, ejector spring assembly, however it goes. It could be in this Smith & Wesson 1854, a Marlin 336, a Rossi R95. It could be in many of your Henrys. Several different models use this same style ejector spring. And so a lot of guys, what happens is they'll disassemble the gun and this thing falls out and they can't tell if it goes in the bolt. They don't know if it's part of the trigger assembly. They don't know if it's a spring that helps the hammer. They really don't know where the thing goes. It's really simple to knock it out, and it's really simple to put it back in. So in this video, what we're hoping to do is just make this clear as mud where that piece goes right back in there, and maybe save you guys some aggravation and some anguish and or whatever. So let's go ahead and pull this apart. We're going to let it fall out, and then we're going to show you how simple it is to put it back in. Okay, so first things first, I do have to preface that we do need to make sure this firearm is unloaded. There is nothing in the chamber. There is nothing in the magazine tube. We have no ammunition around us. But simply enough, taking this bolt out, taking this lever out, the things that cause that extractor to fall out is very routine maintenance. You'll probably find yourself doing this at any point while you own this gun. So I'm going to show you how you got into that position. First, we're going to take out our takedown screw here. Now this is a very routine maintenance item. You'll do this during cleaning, you'll do this during any type of other modification or whatnot. So let's go ahead and kick this out and let's remove our takedown screw. We're going to set that there so that we don't lose it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out our lever. So we're going to set the lever aside, and then here is the bolt. Now this bolt assembly comes out. Now what you're going to notice on the back side of this bolt, if you'll roll it over, there is a groove. That ejector rides in that groove. This is how this is maintained in that gun. There is no fastener. There is nothing that holds that ejector into place. Now you're going to notice it's sitting right in here, nice and pretty. But we're going to do our, oops, it fell out. See how simply that fell out? With a little bit of gravity and a little wiggle, it fell right out. Of course, let me give you a closer look of this thing here real quick. That is what we're dealing with. Now, one thing I want you to notice is right here on this back side, there is a round nub. If you roll this over, you're going to see a hole. Now, this hole is where that little round nub goes on the inside. You see how that pokes right in there? Well, this is going to sit in here just like this on the inside. So let's roll this back over and let's get a really nice up close look at how to put this back in here. So if you look inside here in the back of the receiver, there is going to be a groove that this sits in. And I've already shown you there is a nub on the back side of this. So if we can get this to focus again, that nub on the back side of there is going to show through that hole in the back of the receiver. So what we're going to do is we're going to orient this way. So I want you to see that we have our nub here and we have our spring here. We're going to roll this to where the solid part, the thicker part, is facing upwards. Then we're going to focus our attention on this little groove here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place this into that groove and we're going to push it back until it stops. We might take our pinky and poke it in here in the back of the receiver, and now we've confirmed that our receiver hole has got that little nub in it. So simply enough, we're going to take our bolt. Remember, our bolt has got that groove in the back of it. That groove is where that ejector is going to sit. We're going to push this down, we're going to slide that in, and we're going to stop right about there. So now, at this point, the ejector is captive. It will not fall out again. So let's take our lever loop. We're going to poke it up into our bolt. We're going to take our takedown screw. Optionally, this could be the Ranger Point Precision takedown screw. We're going to take our tightening tool, this being a screwdriver. We're going to tighten that down. And boom. Now, this thing is ready to go again. So we hope we've made your day easier by showing you how to put your ejector back in your gun and reassemble it. If you have any further questions, hit us up at support@rangerpointprecision.com. We've got all sorts of pictures, videos, diagrams, all sorts of things that'll help you shop, maintain, assemble, all of the things with these lever guns. We want to be your top resource. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next video.